What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. I hope that all of you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday evening. So, your girl is getting caught up on the content, and I'm jumping right into the whole mess with Tamar Braxton and Funky Dineva. So, while I was away, Tamar wrote on her IG after she attended a birthday party for Funky Dineva this past weekend. She said, I struggled to write this, but everyone keeps calling me. And honestly, I can't even really talk anymore. I'm so weak. I almost, passed away Sunday. And I was found in a pool of blood from my friend with a face injury. As the days go by, the worse it is. I fractured my nose, lost some teeth and mobility. The way I look at life now is totally different. Y'all know that's like Tamar's catchphrase, okay? Like she was like pointing to her ex-husband Vince when she was addressing all her sisters. She's like, this man right here is totally different. And we see how that panned out. And I feel I feel like similarly, that's what happened in this regard. But I'll keep going. As my health is on the mend, my mental journey begins. Pray for me for real. I don't even know what happened to me. So there was a whole lot of speculation in regards to, what happened um, after, her, Tamar and Funky Dineva left the party, left the club. So a lot of people were saying that, she was booed up with Mendeecees Harris from, Love and Hip Hop. He's still married to Yandy Smith. And come to find out that, Tamar is dropping some new, new work, new music, new video with Mendeecees being the love interest. She also has Funky Dineva in the video, along with her mom, Miss E. But, Funky said that he was essentially being attacked. His character was attacked. A lot of people were, trying to speculate as to what happened. I don't know. Like I said, first of all, I wasn't there, right? So anything I say is alleged. But also, me jumping back into the content game after being gone for a while with my injury, I'm trying to get caught up, and I'm just like, you never want to allege or assume, right, that people have done anything because, that's defamation and so on and so forth. But they were seen, together, and she was smiling, happy. Funky said that after she said that she had lost four teeth, she had asked him, text him for Dr. Heavenly's number. And even when I first heard that, I was wondering why she wouldn't just Google it and look up Dr. Heavenly's office number, right? Like why she would contact Funky for the number. But, that's neither here nor there. He said that he was confused because, when he left her, there wasn't really an issue. Um, but I want to let you guys hear from him directly because he can speak on the matter with a lot more clarity than I can.
Miami, Tootsie rolling and having a good time. All of a sudden, stories start dropping. Funky Dineva tried to unalive Tamar. I send this to her. I send it to her. And I write, girl, this thing is starting to grow legs. And she writes back, I'm lost. I'm confused. I didn't say anything. I'm in the hospital. Now, what I could do with that? At the point in which somebody tells you they're in the hospital, you can't continue bothering them with petty internet drama. So when she hit me with the Uno reverse, I'm in the hospital, I just wrote back, you know what? Don't worry about it. Get well. I can weather this. I've weathered worse. The whole while, the whole TikTok, the whole YouTube, Everybody is going, think pieces down to the ground. And let me explain to you why this moment right here is so necessary for me and so gratifying. In this particular moment, it actually has less to do about Tamar, it more to do about all of y'all out there that dislike me so bad, and all of y'all out there who are so committed to this narrative of me being some type of messy punk, a messy sissy. Y'all have to eat crow like a motherfucker right now, and I am loving every minute of it. Oh, baby, you internet detectives, you internet detectives knew all the ins and
Okay. So not the internet detectives. So I know the Funky has had beef with like Tasha K, Michelle Alien Brown, so on and so forth. I'll say this, right? So he has spoken out, just basically saying that, he wanted his name to be cleared. He did not want people to continue to accuse him of possibly doing something to Tamar. And he said that he protected her, her name, her reputation romantically. And he said, basically, you're glued to the internet because you have a new project dropping, even if you're in the hospital, right? Everybody has their phone on them. So he basically said, you could have easily put out a statement saying, clearing his name, right? Saying that, Funky didn't have anything to do with this. So he's like, if you don't do that, then I'm going to be forced to, basically spill the tea of whatever he's protecting her from. Fast forward to Tamar saying, no matter what he says, I love, and then she adds Miss Funky Dineva. Anyway, had I known what was going on while I was in the hospital trying to recover, I would have said something. It's terrible that whatever I didn't say turned into all of this. I just want peace. And she also goes on to say, I've done too much healing to fight with anyone. I just want to get better and continue doing what I love. And so then Funky responds, it was the principle of the whole, that's all I wanted. First, that's what he says. And he says it was the principle of the whole situation. I'm not one of those other punks in all caps. And I won't be toyed with like I'm one of them or be treated disposable like I'm one of them. It's done, period. I'm all good now. And then he adds at Tamar Braxton, I pray you recover quickly and I hope the new project spawns nothing but hits with 3 hearts. And then he hashtags that lady, hashtags Tamar Braxton, hashtags Funky Dineva. Because when he put out that video, first addressing, what happened after she wrote her initial statement saying that she was found in a pool of blood, she didn't know what happened to her. He kept referring to her as that lady. He's like, I don't know what happened with that lady. I don't know what's going on. But he repeated that phrase, that lady, a few times. And he says that, that's just his vernacular. That's the way he, speaks. A lot of his fans and followers were saying that they've known his speech patterns for a long time and they could pick up on that recognition. Those who have had issues with him, again, circa Tasha K, Michelle Alien Brown, so on and so forth, they were really honing in on that phrase, that lady. When I first heard it, it did sound like a bit of disassociation to me. But again, I have heard him refer to women um, that way in the past. So I don't know how close Funky and Tamar Braxton were before this. She was at his birthday party this past weekend. I'm not sure how close they're going to be going forward, right? I feel like there was a breach of trust there. Um, I feel like, Funky probably feels very betrayed. And if, this was all a PR stunt to promote her new work, her new music, I feel like Tamar is one of those people that I wish, I almost wish that she knew how talented this she was so she wouldn't have to do antics like this, right? Tony, her sister, living legend, Tony Michelle Braxton, has said that, Tamar is the most talented out of all the Braxton sisters. And I would agree with her. I think that Tamar has such a beautiful range. I believe that she is, a soprano, or at least a mezzo soprano. Trina and Tawanda are the altos. Rest in peace, Tracy. And then we know Tony is a tenor. But they all can sing beautifully. But Tamar's voice, is powerful. It's the clarity's there. It's gorgeous. I loved, when Love and War came out. And I was hoping that we would have more music from her, right? I can't think of any other like big hits. I mean, I know she's put out other LPs after that, after Love and War, but that was her biggest. And I wish that she would focus more so on her craft and, not all these just ridiculous, I feel like she does the most. Like even with the video that I saw, the clip with her and Mandices and Funky Dineva and Miss E, I don't hear any music. I don't hear any vocals from Tamar Braxton, and I'm like, that's what we're missing. You know what I mean? Like Beyonce is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, living artist that we have right now, and so she focuses on her music, right? Like people have been begging Beyonce, Giselle, Knowles Carter for visuals forever. And, I think in the Renaissance concert, she was like, you are the visuals, baby. But that is not something that people focus on. Everybody has gone to, Beyonce's concert, including, Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, all of the celebrities, so on and so forth, Oprah, like all the biggest celebrities have gone to support Beyonce because she is an artist that focuses not only on her music, but she also focuses on, her brand. Like Sacred just dropped new clarifying shampoos and conditioners and all that. And that hair care line is record breaking. And also, Cowboy Carter was just record breaking in sales. Like Beyonce is about her business. And so she doesn't have time to focus on, theatrics and antics. And I'm like, if Tamar would focus on her music and get in that studio and take all of the, you know, whatever she's feeling, right? Whether it's anxiety, whether it's, heartbreak from her, past relationships with, Vince and JR and so on and so forth, and put that on paper, put that, into a song, to her microphone, like she could really, just blow up. She would really do well to focus. But instead, we have, Tamar having her 5011, healing journeys, and not to put anything, negative in regards to her healing journeys. But every single time she's like, I'm going to be totally different. And then she comes out with similar antics. Now she's dragged Funky Dineva into all of this. And regardless of how you feel about him, because to be honest, I don't, when he first came out, it was like years ago, even before the pandemic, I used to watch his channel. I don't anymore. I stopped watching after that whole Chloe Bailey thing, to be honest. That's where he lost me. But even after all of that, I feel like nobody deserves to have their name dragged through the mud for something that they didn't do, especially as something serious as, I woke up in a pool of blood, missing teeth. I didn't know what happened. And the last person that people saw her with on camera at the party was with Funky Dineva. People didn't even really know about Mandices until the blogs came out. So anyway, those are my thoughts. But you guys, let me know yours in the comment section. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'm so glad to be back. I will talk with you later. Take care, Aces. Have a good night. Bye.